Hey everybody, Melanated Magic, your spiritual thug here with another gem being dropped your way. Today's topic is about why there is a curse placed against the melanated masculine people. And it's something that I observe on a daily, and it's really not just the masculine, but it's mostly an attack against the melanated masculine. And that's been from ages ago, because as long as the society could keep our melanated men on a low vibration, then they don't have to worry about us rising up as a people again, because they feel that they've taken the power away from us by hurting our men, right? And you know that what I'm telling you is true, because a melanated man gets locked up and they try to throw the book at him and put as much time on his ass as possible, whereas a non-melanated man can get off, on certain charges. Very few melanated people could get off on charges because they have good lawyers that they can afford to pay them well. But most people are fucked. They don't have any good representation. They get some court-appointed fucking paralegal that don't know what the fuck they're doing. And they end up getting all this time that they have to serve for crimes that weren't even fit for the level of punishment. Or they try to upgrade the punishment to tag on more. And then that fucking magician sitting on that bench with that fucking gavel you call a judge, that magi, that magistrate, that magician is going to cast a spell onto what the punishment is against our melanated brothers. And it's an attack against melanated brothers and sisters, period. But because people only see the anger and the resentment and the hatred, because there's so much bottled up inside of us, that if you're not of our culture, if you haven't been through the fuckery we've been through, you can never relate. But you get mad because we talk about it and that we're making more conversations about it, because you want us to just be all inclusive, while you have completely and purposely set out to exclude us from every fucking thing. So by taking our men away and not only emasculating them by taking away their freedom, their say, keeping them out of the homes, because like for a woman to get food stamps and assistance from the government, the man cannot be present. So the child is really a ward of the state, and then they force him to pay the state to take care of the child, but he can't be there in order to get the help for the child. While we are born as United States citizens, considered an entity, the moment we are given that name on that birth certificate and handed a social security number, you are an official entity. And the day you die, a motherfucker gets paid very well behind your death. That's why when our people make it big, they make it into the industry. These people in the labels buy life insurance policies without the artist's consent, without their permission, without their knowledge. And so that's why these artists say that they're worth more dead than alive. That's exactly why, because they have life insurance policies that they're all going to cash out on this poor soul that they fucking exploited, didn't pay well, it pimped them in the industry. But that's what they do to our people. But our people be so fucking desperate to make it because they just want to be out there and be seen, that they're willing to fucking get got and get fucked. And many are willing to sell their soul and probably get fucked in the ass for it, because a lot of people are doing it. You know that. That's all they're talking about these days. Who's getting fucked in the ass? Because it's all about getting our men to dress like women, getting them to take it up the ass so that they could get bigger movie roles and everything. And if you don't believe me, go and research that shit. It's out there. And if not, then so they're trying to feminize our men, and by feminizing our men and men being more effeminate than masculine, they lose that thing that makes them a man. You get me? So because now they're trying to compete with a woman and trying to look cute like a woman and taking hormone pills and all this shit. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, because everybody has their desire of who they identify as. I get that part, but this is about how they're emasculating our men at a massive rate, right? And a lot of times these men that go to prison done drop the soap one too many times, because it's a whole society in there, and that's part of the things that you have to go through when you're doing time. So when you come out, you already done been broken in, so now you're ready to dibble and dabble. And that's why a lot of men are low-key, because their dignity was taken from them. They were raped, they were robbed, they were abused, and now they have to carry that pain internally. So now a lot of them are low-key, low down in the closet, get, you know, having sex with women who are unbeknownst that these men like to have sex with other men, and they're not honest about their sexuality and the stuff. Anytime you owe somebody an explanation, if you're laying with somebody that you're in a long-term relationship, you're going to get into something serious, to let them know what your sexual desires are. I think that's a conversation that mature couples need to have. Like, you know, because then later on the person wants to come out and the other person's like, you weren't like that when we met, right? Why? Because we're closed-minded. We don't try to see things from different lenses and be like, okay, you know, when you go kaleidoscope, you see all the different lights as you turn it, and you get to see the greens and the purples and the blues and the oranges and the yellows and the reds, etc. But some people just want to focus on that one color, on that red dot or that yellow dot or whatever, right? Because their mind is so close that they only see things their way, and their way is the only way, and there is no compromise, because they say that they don't know it all, but they act like they do, right? Again, all of this is part of the emasculation of our people as a whole, because we're all fucked, right? And nobody's a bigger enemy to the melanated person than their own melanated people, because they fucking hate each other. We don't like each other. We can't get along. The ones that are trying to do something like me, to start a business, none of them support that shit. If anything, they angry because that means they got to step up. And since they ain't trying to do shit, then they mad because you trying to do shit, and they want to keep you in the bucket so you could keep hustling and doing whatever fuck you do to nickel and dime your living, because you don't, you know, like I tell people, yeah, our people are real angry, and they got a reason to be fucking angry, and it's very valid why our people are angry. However, it's what you do with those emotions, right? Because you could be angry and be hateful, turn away from the Most High, treat people like shit, think you're so privileged because you could fucking treat anybody how you fucking want, but then everybody else got to fall in line, right? But there's no balance there. There's no fucking balance. So you have to observe your community, observe the people. Like I said, yeah, we're angry, but you have to take that anger and challenge it. Like me, I take my fucking anger, all that resentment, all that shit, and I channel that energy to turn it into something else. What is that? I'm building it into my businesses. I'm putting my energy into that, because I'm like, well, once I build my businesses, I have good, steady income coming in, and I can take care of myself and be able to live the quality of life that I deserve. Because when I go to these urban and high neighborhoods, we know who lives there, right? And they can easily afford it because they get the opportunities to get the good jobs. So they're able to do all this shit and maneuver and help each other out or whatever, because they stick together, whereas we don't. And they don't come to help us because they think we're just angry savages and shit. Well, your ancestors paid a part in that shit, but y'all don't see y'all fucking taking responsibility. And the fact that you exploited and fucked our people to this very day, and you don't feel no way about it, but you want us to smile and fucking be okay with it and not talk about it and have a conversation about it because it makes you uncomfortable. But what about our pain? What about our frustration? What about our men that are getting fucked over every fucking day in this society, and they can't do shit with themselves? And a lot of them is grip in child support because these hoes love taking these men to court instead of working it out with the dad. Why? Because you have a lot of assholes there that are so emasculated, they don't love their manhood, and that they don't want to fucking be there on a regular to take care of their child that they helped to bring to this world. So the woman got to fucking do it all, and she got to be the man and the woman. Y'all know that shit. That's what our people go through. And then the fact that the women worship them food stamps and WIC checks more than sacrificing to know that the child has a relationship with the dad. And because there's a lot of men who do desire to be a part of that child's life, but the woman uses the child to exploit the child against the dad, which I fucking think that's so fucking wrong. And you're destroying that child, because I don't give a fuck what fucked up parents you have. A child deserves to know who their parents are. And the child has to choose whether they desire to be in a relationship with their parent. You chose to fuck them. So now you want to fucking take the power away from them. You both came together to fuck to make that child. So there's a balance there. Now, if one is not doing more than the other, then yeah, you have more rights. But if that child desires a relationship with that other parent, you shouldn't get in the way of that fucking shit. You don't have a right to do that. You are not that child's God or supreme. You know, you are just a person that was responsible to raise this child. So Again, all of this is part of the emasculating of our men. And that a lot of our men can't be the man they desire to be because their society fucks them to where they turn them into feminine people, down to the food they eat, the food they feed us, the pesticides they put in the food, all that shit to give us cancer, lupus, all kind of funny fucking chronic diseases, and all that pork we eat and shit. Like, I had stopped eating pork because it's part of my spirituality. I said I wasn't gonna eat pork. I started eating it recently, and I was like, no, this is not me anymore. It doesn't even feel fucking right. It doesn't even taste as good as it used to, because in the back of my mind I'm like, you're not supposed to be eating this anymore, and I have to honor that and go back to that and stop eating it altogether, right? Because the scriptures talk about clean animals and unclean animals, and it's not about that you can't eat them. It's just that if you continue eating them, eventually it's going to catch up to you, because it's not natural for our body, especially melanated people, right? Because melanated people are not created to eat all this meat and shit that we eat, all this processed food and shit, cheese, dairy. We're supposed to be, herbivores. We're supposed to eat from the fruit of the land, right? Fruits, vegetables, herbs, stuff like that. But we don't do it because we're in a fast-paced society, because that's how the fuck they have this world manipulated. Now, you remember back in the slavery days, they would beat the men up in front of their families, because you heard of that Willie Lynch letter, and a lot of people say it wasn't true. It was. All you gotta do is look around your society and see that shit is very effective up to this day. A woman will quickly sell a man out just because they want all that child support and free food stamps and shit, having children back to back, just because they want to have that little money so that they could go get their hair done and shit, while the children fucking don't even have good clothes. It's so many different scenarios I'll see out there and shit. Whereas other people overcompensate. So where is the balance, right? Again, it's because our men are gone from this society. There's very few good men in our society, and they have to take care of themselves, protect themselves. And it's not that they're not good men, it's just that they're aware the society that they live in, because they consider us sheep, while they're the fucking wolves devouring us every fucking day. And it's us against the rest of the fucking world. Tell me one fucking culture that you know that go out of their fucking way to help our people. Yet while we are sitting there like idiots going to support all their fucking businesses, we're the ones who bring them the fucking business. We go to the liquor stores, we go to the jewelry stores, we go to the fucking weave supply, beauty supply stores, because we love looking good and fly and shit. So we go get our nails done from the Asians and all that shit. All them fucking, they take our money while they talking shit in their language against us and shit, mocking us about our culture and shit, because they don't fucking walk in our shoes. They don't get our pain. But when you are in the shit and you are in the same bucket, then you can judge righteously, because you're suffering just like everybody else, and you feel the pain just as much as anybody else, especially if you're chosen. So now these motherfuckers want to come and fuck with you when they see you trying to get up out of this matrix and shit, and they fucking Uncle Tom their ass to help all these other nations fight against us. So who the fuck is there to come and stand up for our people? But the scriptures say that you should not mock our people, because we're made an object of ridicule because of our constant disobedience to the Most High. Because the Most High tells us things, because the Most High loves us. But we desire to defy everything the Most High says, while at the same time expecting those blessings. But because some of us know we're not in a good standing relationship with the Most High Divine, Yahuwah, as I address the Most High, then they got to go to their deities, because they got to back corner it and back cut it and shit, and go to these so-called powerful deities, because they don't have a personal relationship with the Most High. They know of the Most High, but they don't have a personal relationship with the Most High. And see, that takes time to go building that relationship up. It doesn't happen from one day to the next. Like all of a sudden a person turned Christian, and all of a sudden, oh, they're holy, they got their Bible, they're wearing long dresses, and bitch, that's a fucking pretense. You can't change from one day to the next. You can't change in a month. Change takes years. Trauma takes years to heal from. And you got to be determined to keep putting in the fucking work. And with the men, they have to work on finding how to tap in, because if there's other powerful melanated men out there who did it, then you are not exempt. You just have to fucking boss the fuck up and fight through all that shit. Drink a lot of water and detox your system and shit. I sell detox teas if you want to go look at my link People don't like to detox their system. That's why most people are full of shit. They don't even like to detox their system. All they putting is junk, 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 and all them parasites sitting in their gut and their colon, in their body, thinking for them, because parasites are like demons. Like, they take you over. They want the sweets. They want everything that's unhealthy for you, because that's what you're eating. And so the parasites are there eating it up, and that's why we get overweight and unhealthy and shit, and low fatigue and chronic this and that diseases and stuff from foods that we shouldn't be eating, and we continue eating it even after we're diagnosed, because we don't take care of ourselves the way we should. And at the same time, it's hard because a lot of people on a fucking budget, so it's not like they can go to the places that these Europeans go to fucking shop like it ain't nothing. We desire to eat healthy too, but they've fucking made it where we eat fucking slop, like we in prison doing time and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they go and exploit these men while they're doing that fucking time. It's not enough. Now they got to enslave them and make them work for like, what, 50 cents an hour? Pennies an hour? While they're making all the car tags, all the metal stuff. A lot of that shit come from the prisons that the people doing time are doing that work, and they don't get much of shit. But they have to pay their little rent for their little fucking cell, for the time they're doing, for them being locked up. And a lot of them are there innocent. Oh, of course, in prison, everybody's innocent. Because when you go to work at a prison, they're all going to tell you they're innocent, right? Very few will actually be like, yeah, I fucking did that shit, and I'm paying my time, and I'm manning up to my consequences, because I meant to do that shit for whatever fucking reason. That person abused my child and I killed that motherfucker. I fucking respect that shit, because you're being real about that shit, right? But when you fucking faking shit, I gotta watch you. I gotta really fucking watch fake ass motherfuckers that don't walk what they talking. A lot of people call me faking shit because I don't fall in line how they desire for me to fall in line, because I'm a melanated woman and I have to deal with this fucked up society on a daily. My best joy is getting off work and going fucking home, away from every fucking body, where I get a little peace of mind for a short moment before I got to come back here and hustle and grind again, because nobody works fucking harder than me. I worked so fucking hard that I experienced burnout, because I had to slow my mind down, because I'd be like having 2,000 business ideas and trying to see if I can make them all happen at one time, and I had to slow myself down, because I was like, you've got none to prove. Somehow, some way, the bills get paid. Be at peace. So I don't give a damn if the world is falling apart around me. Like right now, I'm going through a great transition, but I hold it together. I keep my stance, and I keep it together, because I know what I'm fighting against, but I also know who's backing me up. And when you have Archangel Michael, you call him Michael, because the word El, you know, it's the word added. El means God. It means spirit. And that's attached to an angel's name. In the Hebrew, it's Raphael, Michael, right? In English, they changed it to Michael, Raphael, because they want to sound more, you know, it's less melanated, you know, less powerful. Like how they had the name of Yah in the Catholic Bible, and the last place was in the book of Isaiah and the book of Psalms. I think it was there 2 or 3 places. But now they reprinted all the Bibles and completely removed that name. They went little by little taking that name away. That ought to give you pause. Why the fuck would they go and remove that name and call him God and give him a title and remove the name and then change the name? Again, it's about you searching the Most High with everything you got. Shit, this fucking world ain't helping us. We ain't got no fucking body to turn to for help. And all they do is fucking mock us and ridicule us all the day long. But like I said earlier, I ain't finished saying it. He said, don't mock my people, because I'm punishing them, because I'm chastising them because of their disobedience, because the day will come when I'm going to turn things around for my people. And all the people that mock them, they're going to be at a lower level and status than what we currently are in. Because the change going to come, because we're starting to wake the fuck up. We're waking up, we're starting to wake the fuck up and getting out of this stupidity sleep that they've had us in. We're starting to wake the fuck up. And the more we wake up, the more we tapping into our internal spiritual powers. And they're afraid of that, because they've worked very strategically to own this whole world. Because remember, they say so-called Satan or whatever, They said that there's a God of this world, which is the God that most people in this world worship. That's why they call him God, because they don't even have a relationship with the Most High to call their God by a name. A lot of them want to call him Jehovah, right? They want to call the Savior, they want to call him, because his name is Yahusha. It's Yahuwah and Yahusha, but they want to call Yah Jehovah. They want to call him Jah. They want to call the Savior Yeshua, Yehoshua, right? They want to change the letters and the names, which in Hebrew, the original, in the Tetragrammaton, actually the ancient Picto Hebrew, which was the picture drawings, that was the original language. And there were no alphabet letters. That was created by the European world, who came and added vowels to the words and to kill the translation of shit. Like the letter J didn't exist till about 500-600 years ago. English is one of the newest language that exists. Very deceptive witchcraft language that was created to keep the people of melanin in bondage. So that's why when they talk certain words, they know. That's why lawyers make fucking good money those times, because they're magicians, that they know how to manipulate the words in those books so that they could be able to work their magic for or against whoever they're representing, right? So it's a very manipulative, controlling world full of people who just want power to be able to be on top so they could exploit everybody else, work us for very minimum pay, while they get all the fucking money. Like these politicians don't do fucking shit but sit behind a fucking bench, old ass motherfuckers with one foot in the grave that fucking should have been retired, but no, they write in that fucking government check because they making the money, while their children get paid, go to school for free. They take all these fucking vacations, buy all kind of expensive furniture for their offices, get rid of their shit like it went nothing, and they spending all this money in the country while they're fucking us and finding ways to tax us every fucking chance they get. Why? Because they want it. And now it's not even so much about just the melanated people, it's just society as a whole. If you're not at a certain income bracket and don't have those certain connections, they can fuck you up. I mean, this world can just fuck you up. They just come and shut you down, kill you, send the FBI, work their manipulative tactics, and only the real soldiers will stand up and fight to the death. Me, I'm not afraid to die. I fucking have died and came back I don't know how many times. And I've come close to death and cheated. And I'm not going to say I've cheated death because it's not my time yet to go. That's why I'm still fucking here. Because trust me, I don't mind leaving anytime the Most High is ready to take me. But I desire it to be done the right way. Right? When it's my time, because I've completed my mission here. But until then, we got to hang tight in there. We got to be strong soldiers. Soldiers are not fucking weak. And you got to go and find your balls back, find your fucking manhood back, find a way to get yourself back and fight all you can for this society and stand up for yourself and for your brothers and sisters. Even if we don't fucking like each other, we have to love our people because nobody's looking out for our people. And people hate us talking these shits transparently because then they think you're racist and shit. Nah, bitch, you're the racist one. You're the one, your people is the one who started this shit. We're just fucking waking up for the stupidity and standing up for our rights because we too are human. Whether you fucking want to see us as that or not, we are not fucking primates. We bleed red just like you fucking breathe red. We breathe just like you fucking breathe. We get birth just like you can. We feel internal maternal pains just like you feel them. And our men deserve to thrive. The good ones. The ones that really want to serve y'all, that desire to embrace their spirituality and be there for the divine feminine, because she is weakened, because she has to be the shoulders and the everything. She has to bear the whole burden. But then they come and tell her she got to submit to herself to some motherfucker that's nothing but emasculated and feminized. And I'm like, what is it going to take for us to wake up, people? What is it fucking going to take for us to finally start waking the fuck up from all these lies? Like, I just be wanting to fucking disappear. But again, I can't, because I'm here for a purpose. So I pray that you will go put that in your pipe and smoke it, or later meditate on it. You know, I'm sorry that I'm not here on a silly YouTube farting and doing all kind of stupidity to get all these killer views. I don't give a fuck if I get one view. Hopefully somebody's really fucking listening to change their fucking life and be transformed by renewing their fucking mind. I would love to meet somebody I can relate to at a level where they're not trying to compete with me or make me feel stupid or act like I'm beneath them and shit. And like, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind meeting people that are smarter and wiser than me because I can learn from them and shit. And I'm a student of life. I'm always a student. Even if I help other people learn the things I've learned, I'm always a student willing to learn. But these motherfucking know-it-alls that you can't fucking tell them shit, don't know how to humble themselves, they're petty as fuck, just all kind of shit. You got to deal with the low vibration, narcissistic, toxic shit every fucking day and still be strong and man up and give praises and thanks to the Most High that you still here and that you strong and that you got the love in your heart that you have the, because people think we're going to walk all humble like with our head held down and, oh yeah, God bless you. I'm like, nah, bitch, I'm a different kind of believer. I'm done swallowing that Kool-Aid. And if you don't fucking like my beliefs, you can fucking kick rocks. You don't gotta be around me. Because if I see something don't resonate in my spirit, I'm gone. I'm gone. I ain't gonna fucking beg, borrow. You don't want to be like people helping you and then they fucking throw that shit in your face. I'd rather do shit by myself so I don't have to fucking lean on nobody taking the credit for what the Most High is doing in my fucking life. You don't get credit for that. None of fucking you. So I'm sorry, y'all, get on one because I think about all this shit and it really arouses my passion and shit. Because I'm angry for my people. I'm hurting for my ancestors and that no fucking body anymore is trying to fucking honor our ancestors. And we just fucking here swallowing every European fucking Kool-Aid and y'all don't fucking want to go and embrace y'all ancestry and fucking tap back into your magic and stop letting these motherfuckers brainwash you with all this hell and devil and bullshit that they fucking teach you at these synagogues and shit. Fuck all that shit in my world. I'm done with that shit. Can't nobody come and tell me about go to for some fucking church. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. You tapping in the wrong frequencies. I love y'all. Hit that like, subscribe button. The notification bell for whenever I post. I hope y'all catching these videos and getting some vibes so y'all could go and really meditate and think about being transformed, because only the Most High can help you escape this hellhole. Can't nobody help you escape it but the Most High, Yahuwah. Well, who I call Yahuwah. You could call him whatever you want. Blessings. Peace. I'm out.